Alrighty, folks, got a good-ass video here for you today for NFL Week 7. Of course, if you're joining me for the first time here today, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports picks on YouTube since 2016. Of course, if you want to see which one of the free plays on this video here today that I actually like the best, I'll tell you how to do that at the end of the video. Of course, let's go ahead and get started. Free content, that's why we're here. Rams, Jaguars. 9:30 a.m. Eastern kickoff across the pond. The Rams are -3, totals 45. Both teams are 4-2 on this season, both playing some exceptional defense. The Rams are allowing just 18 points a game, top 3 in fewest yards allowed per play. Meanwhile, Jacksonville on the other side, they're in the top 10 in defensive points per game themselves. They're actually limiting opposing rushers to just 91 yards a game on the ground. Now, injury-wise, Devin Lloyd's out for the Jags. Abdullah and Hainsey are questionable. Meanwhile, for the Rams, Spates, Parkinson, Havenstein, Atwell, Corum, and Puka Nacua, they're all listed as questionable for them. Could be another defensive battle across the pond. Of course, this past week's Sunday game put me to sleep. It's early in the morning. You wake up early, and that kind of game puts you right back to sleep. It sucked. It's a horrible product. And when it comes to selecting a winner in this particular game, this game might end up on the premium page on Sunday. Probably want to sign up for the Gold Club membership just to be sure. But as far as making a free play is concerned, I like the under 45. All right, next game, Panthers, Jets, 1 o'clock East. Carolina's 1.5, totals 42 and a hook. The Panthers are 3-3 on this season. Jets are 0-6. This New York defense allows over 28 points a game, actually giving up 11 yards per pass in the secondary. And they're facing a Carolina team on the other side who got the W in 3 out of their last 4. Offense averaged nearly 30 points a game in those victories. And I'll tell you, this Carolina run game has been solid. Panthers are in the top 3 in the NFL in yards per game on the ground. Rico Dowdle's coming fresh off a huge game last week. Certainly, some motivation factor there playing his old team. He's actually averaging 5.8 yards a carry on the ground this year. And out of the Panthers' last 5 ball games as a team, they successfully covered the point spread in all of those contests except for one. Now, injury-wise, Evans, Hubbard, Moton, Sanders, and Wharton are questionable for Carolina. McDonald, Jones, Wilson, Carter, and Lazard are day-to-day for New York. Both teams with overs in 3 out of their last 4, respectively. I like Carolina -1.5, over 42 and a hook. Raiders, Chiefs, 1 o'clock East. Kansas City's -11, totals 45. Kansas City's 3-3 on the year. Las Vegas just 2-4. But listen, despite the Raiders' record, they've actually done a nice job against the point spread in recent meetings with Kansas City. They covered the number in their last 3 straight gatherings with the Chiefs, and they also covered the number this season against the likes of Tennessee and New England. I'll tell you, 11 points is a lot to catch in a divisional game, especially between these two teams. They do typically tend to play each other tough. This Raider defense is in the top 10 in fumbles. They do defend the run well. And, Vegas really tends to hunker down late in games. The Raiders are in the top 5 in fewest fourth-quarter points allowed. And listen, they're facing a Kansas City squad who failed to cover this season against the likes of Jacksonville, Philadelphia, and the Chargers. And once again, as I said just a few seconds ago, they failed to cover in their last 3 straight against the Raiders. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. And when it comes to this season, well, both teams saw unders in 3 out of their last 5, respectively. I like the Raiders +11, under 45. All right, Dolphins, Browns, 1 o'clock East. Cleveland's -3, totals 40.5. And for a team laying a field goal in this spot here, the Browns are just 1-5 on this season. Defense allows 14 second-half points a game. They kind of collapse after halftime, and they're facing a Miami squad on the other side who, listen, I know, they stink. I get it. It's a program in shambles. They're imploding, even with Tua's post-game interview. That was not good. Threw his coach and his teammates under the bus. I know probably in his mind it seemed like a little bit of motivation, and it was. He should have said it. He should have said it. I think he spoke the truth. But the code is you don't throw your teammates and leadership under the bus. But he did, and that's probably a message to his GM, to be honest. But anyway, they're facing a Miami squad who really, they don't commit a ton of penalties on offense. They really don't put the ball on the turf much either. And when they do end up running it, the Finns are in the top 10 in yards per rush. Of course, when it comes to the point spread, the struggling Dolphins did successfully cover in 3 out of their last 4 games. Those were covers against the likes of the Chargers, Jets, and Bills. Now, injury-wise, Dotson, Duck, Campbell, they're all questionable for the Finns. Conklin, Njoku, Shoyinka, Larvadain, and Robinson and Hall day-to-day for the Browns. Cleveland with overs against the likes of Minnesota and Baltimore. Miami with overs in all of their contests this season, except for one. I like the Dolphins +3 over 40.5. All right, Patriots, Titans, 1 o'clock East. New England's -6.5. Totals 43. Pats are 4-2 on this season. Titans just 1-5. And even though the Titans are catching a touchdown at home here, they did fail to cover the point spread in 4 out of their last 5 games. It's not a good football team, and it's not a good covering team. It's a squad who catches a lot of points, and they still fail to deliver. It's also a team who's been pitiful on the offensive side of the football. The Titans average fewer yards per play than any other team, averaging only 13 points per contest. And they're facing a tough New England defense who's been strong against the run. They're allowing just 20 points per contest. They've got a top 5 rushing defense. Robert Spillane with the most tackles on the roster. Landry and Williams with 7 sacks between the both of them. The Pats are currently on a 3-game winning streak, and they successfully covered the point spread in 4 out of their last 5. White, Jennings, and Hawkins are questionable for the Pats. Ridley, Oladejo, Harris, Hance, Key, Oliver, and Sly day-to-day for the Titans. Tennessee with unders against the likes of Las Vegas, Houston, and Denver. Pats games went 4-2 to the under for the entire season. Going to see the End Zone boys on TikTok talking a lot of trash in this one. You guys should be ashamed of yourselves. How do you talk that much shit and be so bad? It's not funny. It's not hilarious. It's just it's downright sad. That's right, End Zone boys. You talk a lot of shit to people, and you guys don't back it up. Give me New England -6.5, under 43. All right, Saints, Bears, 1 o'clock East. Chicago's -4, totals 46.5. Chicago won their last 3 straight, successfully covered in all 3 of those victories. Now listen, if Tennessee was good and they won games, and they were in contention for the postseason year in and year out, well, damn, the End Zone boys are pretty funny. It's hilarious. But when you suck, read the room. You're talking shit. You guys are horrible. It's not a good look. But anyway, that's your niche. I got it. I understand it. But anyway, once again, Chicago got the W in their last 3 straight, successfully covered in all 3 of those victories. They're actually averaging 25 points a game. And listen, man, I don't know what it is. I don't like his face. He's got a punchable face. Kind of like me. A lot of people want to punch my face. But Caleb Williams, I'm talking about. Man, I want to punch his face. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like his fingernail polish. I don't know what it is, though. Caleb Williams, he's must-see TV. I can't keep my eyes off of him. He's polarizing. He'll make A-plus throws, then turn around and make a bonehead play, take a hellacious hit he doesn't need to, scramble around, then throw it out of bounds. This guy is so polarizing. He's must-see TV. I can't keep my eyes off of him. You know, some plays he looks like Joe Montana. But listen, bottom line, the guy's thrown for 9 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions through 5 games. He can scramble, he can run, he's got a cannon of an arm. I mean, this guy, when the Bears are on TV, and listen, I don't give a shit about the Bears, but when the Bears are on TV, I watch them now. I just really like watching Caleb Williams. I don't know what it is. And listen, the Bears are going up against a 1-5 New Orleans squad who, listen, they just can't get things going on offense. They're in the bottom 10 in yards per play from scrimmage, averaging just 18 points a game. Of course, on the defensive side, the Saints are really putting themselves behind the 8 ball early. They like to play catch up because, listen, they're giving up more first quarter points than any other team. Saints with overs in 3 out of their last 5. Chicago games went 4-1 to the over in their last 5 themselves. I like the Bears -4, over 46.5. Eagles, Vikings, 1 o'clock East. Philadelphia's -2, totals 44. Both squads with 2 losses on the year and significant problems for both teams on the offensive side of the football. Philadelphia is in the bottom 5 in yards per play from scrimmage, throwing for just $179 a game through the air. Meanwhile, Minnesota on the other side, they're in the bottom 5 in completions themselves. Little to no protection for the quarterback. As a matter of fact, Minnesota's allowed more sacks a game than any other O-line. Jackson, Juergens, O'Neal, Van Ginkel, Urasek, and both quarterbacks are listed as questionable. McCarthy and Wentz are day-to-day. Meanwhile, for Philly, Dickerson and Calcaterra banged up on offense. Carter and Mitchell day-to-day on defense. Birds with unders this year against the likes of Denver, Kansas City, and Dallas. I like the under 44. Colts, Chargers, 405 East. LA's -1.5, totals 48 and a hook. And both squads doing a nice job throwing the football. LA's in the top 10 in passing yards. Indy's gaining 6.3 yards per play from scrimmage. Colts with overs in 3 out of their last 5. Chargers with overs against Miami and Kansas City. I like the over 48.5. Giants, Broncos, 405 East. Talk about must-see TV. The duo of Dart and Scatterbo. Too good to be true. One of these guys are due for an injury in the next, probably about month. In the next 4 weeks, one of them's going down. It's too good to be true. But anyway, Denver is -6.5. Totals 41. Broncos are 4-2 on the season. Giants are 2-4. And like I said, as exciting as Dart and Scatterbo have been, I like watching them. Nothing bad to say about them. Likeable guys, likeable styles of play. Somehow, the Giants have become must-see TV. But listen, we're still looking at a Giants offense who's averaging only 20 points a game, bottom 10 in yards per play. And to be fair, both New York teams are snake-bitten. They just are. So right now for the Giants, it looks like things are moving up. You guys are the Giants. You are what you are. And it's going to come down in the next 4 weeks for you. In my opinion, of course. And it's going to be because of injury. And they're going to take on a Bronco defense who's arguably the best in football. These guys allow just 15 points a game. Actually limiting offenses to fewer yards per play from scrimmage than any other team. Alex Singleton with 51 tackles. Nick Bonito, 8 sacks already from that linebacker/edge rush spot. He actually leads all of the league in that sacks category. And all of Denver's games this season stayed under the total except for one. New York with unders in 3 out of their last 4 themselves. I like the Broncos -6.5, under 41. Packers, Cardinals, 425 East. Green Bay is -6, totals 44.5. Green Bay's 3-1-1 on the year. Arizona just 2-4. Got a banged up Kyler Murray. And matter of fact, Murray, Robinson, Nichols, Harrison, DeMercado, and Volkalik are all questionable for the Cardinals. It's a team who's banged up. And it's an offensive unit who's throwing for just $193 a game through the air. Bottom 10 in the league in yards per play from scrimmage. And they're going up against a Green Bay squad who's actually got the best rushing defense in the league. limiting opposing ball carriers to just 73 yards a game on the ground. Quay Walker leads the team in tackles. Gary and Parsons with 7 sacks between the both of them. Very good on the pass rush. Injury-wise, Wicks, Bullard, Van Ness, Belton, Wyatt, and the kicker McManus are all listed as questionable for Green Bay. And when it comes to the total, 3 out of the Pack's last 5 outings did stay under the number. Cardinals with unders against the likes of the Seahawks, Niners, and Saints. Give me the Pack -6. Under 44.5. Commanders, Cowboys, 425 East. Washington's 2.5. Totals 54. Both squads doing a lot of nice things on offense. Washington is the best running team in the NFL. Dallas throwing it for over 270 yards a game through the air. Cowboy games went 4-1 of the over in their last 5. Washington with overs in 3 out of their last 5 themselves. When it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game might end up on the premium page on Sunday. Probably want to sign up for that Gold Club membership just to be sure. But as far as making a free play is concerned, I like the over 54. Next and final breakdown for the video, Falcons, Niners, 8:20 Eastern start. San Francisco's -3, totals 45. Both teams with just 2 losses on the year, doing a lot of nice things on the offensive side of the football. Somehow the Niners are still the best passing team in the NFL despite their quarterback injuries. Atlanta on the other side, they're in the top 5 in rushing yards, actually dominating in time of possession. Matthews, Bowman, London, Mooney, Phillips, and Wheatley questionable for the Falcons. Pearsall, Purdy, Watkins, and Gross Matos day-to-day for San Francisco. Of course, Fred Warner out for the season. That's never good for football. This is a great guy, great linebacker, and hell of a player. Fred Warner not on the field is not good for the product. It's not good for the brand. That's a shame. But wish you well in your recovery there, Fred. Now, Niners with overs in their last 3 straight, 4-1 to the over in their last 5. And when it comes to selecting a winner in this one, this game might end up on the premium page on Sunday. Probably want to sign up for the Gold Club membership just to be sure. But as far as making a free pick is concerned, I like the over 45. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. I like the under 45 in that Rams-Jaguars matchup. Carolina -1.5, over 42 and a hook. Vegas +11, under 45. Dolphins +3, over 40.5. Patriots -6.5, under 43. Bears -4, over 46.5. I like the under 44. Eagles, Minnesota, over 48.5. Colts, Chargers. Broncos -6.5, under 41. Packers -6, under 44.5. I like the over 54. Commanders, Cowboys, and give me the over 45. Atlanta, San Francisco. With that, folks, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on the premium page. And if you do end up signing up for a membership here today on my premium site, just a friendly reminder, you're going to get access to that membership every single day for the next 30 days. And as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to all of my cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free. It's going to be included with your membership. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to see which one of the games on the slate here this week, actually, one of the free plays I gave out is being featured as one of my NFL tier membership plays. So listen, if you want to see which games on the slate here today that I actually like the best, you're going to want to think about signing up for my NFL tier membership. Once again, you'll get access to that membership for the next 30 days. You'll get access to all of the cheaper memberships during that time frame, absolutely free, included with your membership. Of course, that's why I always tell folks that Gold Club package, it's a full access, all-inclusive membership. It gives you access to every single premium selection of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. If you've been watching me every single day on the free content, if you're a serious sports bettor, there's really no reason why you're not on my premium page, really, in all honesty. But listen, most importantly, I do have to thank you for joining me on the free content. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information. And with that, folks, happy Tuesday to you. Best of luck to you. And I do look forward to seeing you later on today on the premium page.